Well, I'm back in the lakes, and this time I'm not sure if this is Patterdale or not, but you know, I drove down through Pooley Bridge, through Glenriddin, past Patterdale, down into Hartsop, where I parked in the free car park at the end of the lane in the village. And I'm going up this fearsome one over here. I don't think I'm going to be able to film walking up there because, you know, I'm going to need both sticks, and carrying both sticks and the camera in my hand, just, you know, not going to happen. Well, I'll have to stop part of the way up, just get me breath, rest my legs. So when I do that, I'll let you have a look at the views. See, I got a new hat. Been to the Commonwealth Games. Also got this thing, this Garmin InReach. Mainly keep the wife happy, so I can send her a preset message, which I forgot to do when I left the car. Hey ho. I'll do that in a minute. Slipping off here. So, okay, time to put the camera away. Have another quarter of an hour stumbling up the hill. You know what they do on Everest, where, you know, you count 10 steps and then rest. I'm getting into that sort of country now already. But it's glorious now. It's a big break in the clouds above me. It's not shining directly on me at the moment, which is good. But it's a nice warm day. A little bit of wind forecast, nothing too severe, so we're going to be all right. Right, let's get on. So come over the top of the ridge. There's Brothers Water down there. The road's getting very busy. It's Angleton Pikes up there. And round the corner, ramps go ahead. That better be the top. This thing's got more full summits than I've had hot dinners. Hartsop, God. That's over 420 meters in a mile. So Hartsop Dodd, there, 618 meters. Oh, tough. Okay, next objective is Stony Cove Pike over there, more uphill, but not to worry. I think I've taken the worst out of it now. I don't know what hard is, but I think, you know, 430 odd meters is less than a mile. I think you're allowed to call that hard, aren't you? Now, part of the reason that I'm finding this tough today is because I'm going to carry all the water, because there's nowhere I can get water up here. I think with my normal pack weight, anything above like a litre of water, and I'm really starting to feel it. I got about 1.5 to 2, so it doesn't sound a lot, but it just sort of tips it over the edge, you know. Still, mustn't moan. It's not every day you get to come out in a place like this. Right, so I just come into the bottom of this dip now. Just get my sticks out again. Crack on. I just noticed over the valley there. See that? There's a mine. I wonder what they were digging out of there. And more to the point, how did they know there was something there to dig? Well, according to the map, this is Stony Cove Pike, but I think it might be over there by the cairn. But let me show you the view from here. Down that way, Windermere. I'm not sure if you can see that. We're coming round here. Over there is Scafell Pike, Scafell. And then over there, Helvellyn. The wind has really got up in the last quarter of an hour or so, so I'm starting to worry about pitches. Okay, that down there is Threshwaite Mouth. And then there's that. up to Thornthwaite Crag, where there's a wall which I'm hoping will offer me some shelter. If not, not sure what to do next. We'll see. Right, let's bring you up to speed. So, I started it up, but the basically vertical scree slope to get to the top of Thornthwaite Crag, and to be honest, it was killing me. I'd sort of bitten off more than I could chew, to be fair. So, because I was aiming to go down the ridge a bit, I got about halfway up, and I thought, well, why don't I just cut across? So I cut across to the ridge, and the wind on the ridge is absolutely horrendous. So what I've done is I've come back up to the top of Thornthwaite Crag, where there is a wall, and I've pitched the tent on the leeward side, i.e. the side away from the wind. It's not the best pitch in the world, because you know I've got to stay close to the wall, and there's all humps and bumps and places you can't get a peg in because of the stones, and you know, it's not great, but I'm in, and as luck would have it, I've got the Fjallraven Abisko Lite 1 with me, so I know that can take the wind, and it's quite roomy as well, so I'm going to be fine. I just got to get my tent organised now, get the I've got the mat blown up, get the bag out, find some gloves to put on, and then I can start cooking some food and try and get some sleep. A couple of things I forgot to bring with me. One is my fleece, that's in the car on the back seat. Oops. And the other one is earplugs, which I am going to need tonight, but never mind. I think the exertions of the walk pretty well did me in. I got very close to what I could manage, to be fair. So the fact that I'm sat in a tent, relatively out of the wind, and I'm going to be warm any minute now. I am yeah, very grateful for this wall. Very happy that I actually managed to get here, and quite pleased with myself, really. All I've got to do now is, like I said, get the tent set up, get some food on, keep warm, and hope that the wind dies overnight. Anyway, I'll talk to you a bit later. Tonight's delight is this Idahoan perfect mash cheddar cheese. Bloody hard to eat. Right, so that goes in the bowl. We're going to add to this some diced chorizo. All of it. All I've got to do now is boil 475 milliliters of water, and we get to eat this. Now I don't know how much 475 ml is, so I'm going to put it in a bit at a time. So there we are, Idahoan cheese, potato, chorizo. I can smell the cheese. Can't say I can taste it. As I'm celebrating being up in the lakes, I thought I would get myself a little bottle of wine. A bottle of Sainsbury's House Shiraz. Okay, so I'm a peasant. Cheese, biscuits, and red wine. So I've been out and measured the wind, and amazingly it's only 30 miles an hour. Maximum 31.6, which really surprises me for two reasons. Firstly, that's not due until tomorrow, and secondly, I could have swore it was more than that, but you've got to trust science, haven't you? So if the machine says it's 31.6 max, then I guess it is. So I'm still chilled. I've had my dinner, just getting through the cheese and biscuits. I'll have a cup of coffee before I go to bed. Well, I'm half in bed anyway, trying to keep warm. Have a cup of coffee before I shut the tent up, and then get my head down, and I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning. 1st of September. Hello, September. I'll just show you my humble abode from last night. As you can see, the wind is still howling. I measured it at just over 30 miles an hour, plus a few gusts that I didn't bother with. But yeah, I can see a very tiny patch of blue sky, but that's all. Anyway, for those that know where I am, you'd recognise that, and let me just wander off so you can see the tent, and you can see although I'm sheltered by the wall, it's still getting quite a battering, but you know, it's a great tent, well pegged out. The ground's all over the shop, but oh blimey, you see when I get down below the wall it's fine. Got the usual Nemo stuff. There's the mess up that side of the tent, and my usual cook kit. Well, I've already had breakfast, packed that away, so it's just the PocketRocket, and this is a River Pot, and I brought the bowl as well to make me mashed potato in last night. So all I got to do now is pack up, start my way down the hill. I'm going to go, oh wow, hang on, the view just opened up. Look at this. Wow, I just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, that's just lovely. What a glimpse. And the view's gone. So anyway, that was good to see. At least I'm in touch with the real world for 5 minutes now. Okay, I'm just going to pack up, and I'm going to go down to Freshwaite Mouth and then follow the gill down to Hartsop. I had visions of doing a couple more hills, but nah, enough's enough, eh? Let's not get carried away. Okay, I'll speak to you in a bit. Oh, blimey wind. So, as you can see, leaving no trace. Had a good look around to make sure absolutely no one will know if it. Okay, let's get down this hill. Right, so I'm just about 5 minutes out of camp now, and I can show you what I would have been able to see had the wind not kept me huddled behind the wall and the clag hadn't come in. So I'll just turn you around and give you a bit of a panorama. Down there, just behind that bit of cloud wafting through, is Lake Windermere. So there is Stony Cove Pike in the sun, and below that in the shadow is what I had to get down last night. And then down here, if you look down there, that's what I was trying to get up. grey crag on the end, which is where I was planning to sleep, but not in that wind. So I've got to get down there, and it's sort of, it's almost vertical, scree, and then I'm going to wander off down this valley. I'm down at Threswake Mouth again. I've come down off Thornfight Crag, out of the wind pretty much, and I'm just watching the clouds scudding by. Let me show you. Really moving, so the wind is still very strong up there, and got a bit of sun trying to poke its way through. Can't believe I went up there last night, you know, when I was already knackered. There you go. And to get there I had to come down this. I mean, what sort of idiot comes down that with a full pack on? Some of that's scrambling, as you can see. So it's probably more fun going up. Wasn't any fun coming down. But what a wonderful place to be. Right, I'm off down the valley. I quite fancy a fry up. I mean, porridge and a mug of tea didn't really do it this morning. So I'm going to try and find a calf and a fry up. I'll catch up with you later. Right, that feels a bit better. Bit of a head wash. Clear the head a bit before I take the last few steps down the valley. Let me show you where I've come from. Up there, and that's the top of there is the Threswake Mouth. So you can see it's quite steep down that bit, but I've done all the hard work now. So let's get the bag on. Get on down the valley. I am in now. I think they call this pasture bottoms, and you can see why. It is absolutely stunning. Really, really beautiful. Let me just wander around and you can see what I've got around me. This is just beautiful. Lovely. Sun's out. It's going to be a lovely day. Unfortunately, I'm going home, but there you go. So I've come from up there. That top there is, well, the start of Thornfight Crag, and you just see Threswake Mouth at the back. But isn't it just stunningly beautiful? Absolutely lovely. Just worth coming up here just for a picnic, really. And I bet lots of people do. I could sit here all day, to be honest, but anyway, just about a kilometre to go now, and well-earned rest. Okay, I'll catch up with you in a bit. So I'm back where I started, and if you look behind you'll be able to see. Can you see where I went up? Oh, that was hard. That was really hard. And to be honest, I've probably taken on more than I should have done on this trip. Trying to make it not just a wild camp, but a good walk as well. And maybe that's something I need to learn. A wild camp's a wild camp and a walk's a walk. But either way, I survived. Spent the night on the hill. I just walked back down to an absolutely beautiful valley. Who can complain about that? Well, I can. Anyway, if you've enjoyed watching this, please give me a like. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. And I'll try and put some more trips in soon. Anyway, for now, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.